All right, we testing.
Is the mic itself
More
on?
excitement.
There we go.
Just remember, we're on Earth because we're all diamonds in the rough, and every challenge that you face is designed to hone you into being the best person that you can possibly be. Like electronics challenges. Okay, so we just picked the names, and they are Jose D. Portillo, Mary Ann C., Matthew Grosso, Cheryl Hallmark, Daniel Harsworth, Mike A., Samson Swanik, could I have a drum roll, please? Michael Hamilton. Wow, Michael and Amara.
Is this
both
old,
got it.
or did you read that one already?
I did that one already.
Okay.
And Tracy Shahouse.
But don't you have to add the person from the last?
And then Morgan, was that the name of the person? Yeah, Morgan, you can go first, okay? Because she was from the last group that didn't get to ask. Okay, so I just want to welcome everybody back after, hope you all had a good lunch and a good chance to sort of absorb what you've been given today so far. And of course, more excitement to come. So I'll just, oh, and I did want to mention, somebody asked about this. The dolphin meditations that we have are specifically for being in Kona swimming with the dolphins. So they're not something that you can purchase as a separate item. It does require coming to Kona and swimming with the dolphins. We hope some of you can join us. So here we go.
Are you all having fun? Yeah. Well, again, thank you, and we'll just get going. So let's have some more fun. But it'll say, let us continue this transmission with the continuation of your questions, if you wish.
So those of you whose names are called.
Bashar, you are wonderful.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure to be here.
It is a pleasure for us to interact with all of you as well. What would you like to discuss?
Well, mermaids are very near and dear to my heart. And
Isn't that awfully crowded?
It's a fun place to be.
Oh, all right.
Since you were talking about dolphins and whales,
Yes.
where do they fit in with communication-wise?
Again, they are connected to many different things, but most primarily for the Earth realm. They are strongly connected, strongly telepathically linked, strongly acting as conduits for the energy of the higher level non-physical serious consciousness. Thus then, by connecting with the cetacean nation in that way, you are aiding and assisting in balancing and blending the Earth Essassani and Sirius energy by completing, connecting with the triad in that way. And at the same time, you are utilizing the opportunities that the dolphins and the whales present to you to practice the concept of making open contact with alien species. Because even though they may not be extraterrestrial in the literal sense, they are another alien species on the same planet you are on. So they give you a wonderful opportunity to learn how to communicate on a variety of levels with a species not your own. Yes?
What's the best way to contact them?
Be with them. Interact with them. Play with them. You will intuitively and telepathically know what to do, eventually, as you play. Yes?
Yes.
All right.
My other question is, I sometimes see what I call sprites,
Yes.
and they're little balls of light, and
Yes.
I'm not sure their origin.
The idea of spheres of light can have many different kinds of origins in your reality. They can be indicative of spirit entering your realm, but only being perceived, in a sense, by the core essence of their being, rather than any kind of a projection of embodiment. They can be probes from other dimensions, other civilizations, recording, observing, so on and so forth. They can be electromagnetic phenomenology that is expressed by certain kinds of frequencies and waves emanating from the Earth's crust and the magnetic fields surrounding the Earth. They can be many different things. It depends upon the encounter. They can sometimes also be indicative of elemental beings connected to nature that, again, may have many ways of expressing themselves in your reality, or can be perceived in many different ways, but sometimes are simply perceived as balls of light, balls of energy. Sometimes they can be other kinds of phenomenology as well that we will not get into right now.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, I have one more.
Oh, all right.
How is the civilization on Sirius benefiting from our triad? How are we helping?
There
them?
are, in that sense, two consciousnesses in particular. One is physiological, one is non-physical. The physiological ones are benefiting in a variety of ways, including observing how you transform great limitation into light. You understand this? For they then thus can adjust their vibration to help take the lessons you are learning, channel them through themselves to other beings in other realms and other dimensions, so they can get from your experience how to utilize that transformational energy in their circumstances and situations. So the Sirius energy is functioning kind of like a gateway energy, a switching station energy, to organize and channel through itself a variety of experiences that may be of benefit synchronistically to other civilizations. As the, shall we say, apex of the triad, they are like the tip of the pyramid, they are like the lighthouse beacon from that triad association that links and connects most strongly to other civilizations and siphons along those energetic lines, along those energetic links, the experiences of our civilization, their civilization, and your civilization for utilization by other civilizations when and where it is relevant to them. Make sense?
Yep.
The higher consciousness, non-physical Sirius energy in many ways does something similar but on a higher level, interacting with your higher minds, coordinating certain ideas of physiological reality template blueprint building for certain kinds of thematic experiences that may need to be experienced by spirit in physical reality. In that sense, they are like reality builders. They literally lay out the foundations of blueprints for a variety of reality experiences and work with your higher minds to create the blueprints that you can then derive experience from in physical reality. That's one of their functions. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you, Bashar.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good day, Bashar.
And you good day.
Yeah, I have a question. In 1985, I had an experience, a very unique experience. They ended up in the hospital.
Yes.
Can you
What was
tell
your
me?
experience?
Huh?
What was your experience?
Well, everything changes with me for a period of time. I ended up in the hospital because I kind of lost sense with this reality
Yes.
and get into maybe another reality.
Many of you have many different ways of triggering your awareness in physical reality to remember that you are connected to many different levels of reality, many different dimensions. Many of you will take advantage of certain ideas, certain situations, certain circumstances, and allow those circumstances to trigger you, to open your eyes, to create an awakening, to spin you around in a new direction that is representative of an upgrade to your vibration, an upgrade and a, shall we say, rebooting or reprogramming of your agreements so as to be more representative of the higher level energy you have upgraded to. These shifts can happen in a variety of ways.
Okay, thank you. I have another question. Can you give us a technique how to stay on the now? A little bit more.
By acting on your highest excitement. Let me put it to you this way. If you truly are acting every moment on your highest excitement, thus then, why would you be focused anywhere but here and now where your excitement is? The idea is to give yourself no other choice. There is no other choice. For those that truly understand what acting on your highest excitement is all about, there is nothing else you would rather do than what it is you are doing here and now, so why would you focus anywhere else? Yes?
Okay, yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Is that too simple?
No, it's fine.
Oh, all right.
Good.
Want to make sure because we know how you all love to complicate things.
Oh, thank you. You're amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate that you applaud yourselves.
Good day, Bashar.
And a you good day.
I wanted to
Speak up and be bold.
I wanted to thank you for entering my awareness just a few weeks ago.
All right.
I had been thinking about wanting to swim with dolphins and whales for quite a while.
And so this is something that you will act upon?
Yes, especially since one of your quarters you threw landed in my lap, and the opposite side is the state of Hawaii.
Oh, all right.
So
That is a prime example of how synchronicity works.
that was just lovely.
Yes.
I have not had very many of those experiences.
You will have more.
I hope so.
You don't have to hope so. As you accelerate your energy, synchronicity, or the awareness of it and the ability to intentionally focus on it consciously will be one of the symptoms of the expansion of consciousness. You're always using synchronicity, just not always aware of it, because many times, in a sense, it is reinforcing something you don't prefer. But nevertheless, synchronicity is always abounding, and you will become more aware of it and more aware of how you can allow it to align with your preferred vibration. So this will be one of the increasing symptoms, so to speak, of your expansion of consciousness.
Good. I had this dream after I learned about you. I was in a very crowded, like, university cafeteria. There was a man in a gray suit. With
Yes,
a
we are
bulb.
laughing. One moment. Go ahead.
So,
Because we understand that this is a projection memory given to you to cover up an actual incident of what actually happened.
So what actually happened?
The man in the gray suit was what you call a gray being, an extraterrestrial being, you named the grays. You were in a kind of place where a lot of interaction takes place and a lot of teaching goes on and a lot of acclimatization goes on for many people with regard to the hybrid agenda and a variety of other things. Does this make sense to you?
Yes. He had blue eyes, though, that were really big and kind of turned down on the edges.
As we say, this is a projection.
Okay.
It's not how they actually look.
All right.
But it was drawn from certain aspects of your consciousness to give you something you could relate to.
I understand.
And so?
And so, well, I appreciated that opportunity for feeling out that dimension.
Yes.
However, I don't feel that I responded as well as I could because
That's all right.
it's okay.
Practice.
Right.
Practice, practice. You'll be given more opportunities.
Okay. I know I must have made an agreement
Yes.
with the hybrids before I was born, but
Yes.
I came into this world very unwillingly. Matter of fact, I remember having to be talked into coming to Earth after I bailed out twice.
That's all right. Practice, practice.
Practice? Well, I'm running out of time, it
No,
seems.
you're not. Timing is the issue, not time.
Oh.
As long as you stay in the vibration that represents your true self, all will unfold in perfect timing. It is not too late.
Good.
Otherwise, if it were, you would not be having this conversation with us.
Right.
You would have missed our train entirely. You understand?
Yes, I understand. That's good to
Therefore,
know.
let this be the proof that your timing is unfolding as it needs to. Or you'd be somewhere else right now, or you would not know about us at all.
That is very true and logical.
Oh, thank you. We sometimes are known for that.
And I was also drawn to your triangle because I had an experience when I was, I think I was 16 or 17 at university, and I woke up with a equal-sided triangle
Yes.
imprint in
Again, this is
red.
one of the typical marks that occurs during some of those interactions with the others.
What others were they?
As we say, the gray beings.
Were they wanting, was this part of my hybrid agreement?
Yes.
All right.
Does that help you?
It helps me, but I've been talking to them and asking them for more help and
What do you think you're getting right now?
help. All right, very good.
Thank you. And a you good day.
Thank you, you too. So,
One moment. Use your technology appropriately.
can you hear me now?
Can you hear her now? All right.
Thank you. I'm being drawn to Colorado, and I had a few experiences in the last 3 weeks.
Oh, all right.
Things in the sky.
Yes,
kind of
when will you go
flashes
to
in the-
Colorado?
I guess that's my question.
Why is it a question? You just made a statement. I'm being drawn to Colorado. What needs to be asked? If you are drawn to Colorado, act on whatever opportunities make themselves available to you that would allow you to go to Colorado without any assumption that you'll actually wind up in Colorado.
So my question is,
Yes.
what am I seeing in the stars, these white,
Sometimes you
red
are seeing
flashing?
ships, sometimes you are seeing reflections of other aspects of your own consciousness. Sometimes you are perceiving other kinds of dimensional phenomenology. Nevertheless, the bottom line, as you say, is that if you are being drawn to Colorado, take whatever actions you can with no assumptions that you'll wind up there and see what happens.
Is there messages that I might be missing that are in front of
No,
me?
unless you
or-
spend time wondering if you are missing the messages.
Yeah,
Then you
that's
will
what I'm
miss the
doing.
messages. But if you don't spend time wondering if you're missing any messages, it's not possible for you to miss the messages. That's the paradox. Because everything is already unfolding in the way that you need it to unfold, and the only way to miss that is to spend time wondering if you're going to miss it. That's the paradox.
Since I'm
Do
not
you
really,
trust the unfoldment of your life? Hesitation usually means no.
Yeah, not 100%.
Why not?
I think I've shut down some messages that I might have should have relied
Because,
on.
not should have, but why?
Doubt.
About what?
What
And do you understand what doubt is?
what I'm seeing.
Do you
what's
understand
coming.
what doubt is?
No.
Doubt is a 100% trust in a reality you don't prefer. So why not trust in something you do prefer since you're already trusting anyway? There's no such thing as a lack of trust. Doubt is not a lack of trust. There is no such thing. It's not possible. You have to trust in something or you would have no experience at all.
Good point.
Thank you. We sometimes make those too.
That's good.
So you see how the change of a definition can allow you to understand that you don't have to learn how to trust. You just need to be aware of where you're putting your trust. So why not put it in something you prefer, since you have absolute proof from the universe, from creation, that by putting your trust in something you don't prefer, it has supported you. So why not assume that if you put your trust in something you do prefer, it will support you as well? That's how the mechanism works. It doesn't care what you put your trust in. It will support you in whatever you decide to put your trust in, because that decision is up to you. So why not trust in what you prefer to trust in instead of what you don't?
Good point.
Another good point. Ooh, shall we keep score?
That was it. Thank you.
Does that help you enough?
It does.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Thank you. Anything else?
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Hello, Bashar.
And a you good day.
Thank you very much for being here. And
Well, I am not there, but thank you for the sentiment.
one moment.
All right.
One moment.
All right. Now, you do understand the double entendre when we say that, yes? We don't just mean, wait a moment, we mean there's only one moment.
Brilliant.
Really. Everything you consider to be a new moment is the same moment from another point of view, because there's only one moment in creation, only one moment in existence. Now is all there is. So everything you consider to be a different time is simply the same now from a different perspective. So,
Awesome.
one moment. Do continue.
Well, speaking of that.
Yes, we were.
My question is about this idea, maybe it's the wrong word, but sabotage.
Yes. The Japanese shoes.
No.
That's where your word comes from. Workers who throw the sabots into the machinery and foul it up. Sabotage.
Yes. So, I guess one thing that I'm noticing is, we're all in a time of transformation, and
Yes.
But
And,
And
not
no.
but, and.
I'm at a point, a crossroads.
Congratulations, how exciting.
Thank you.
That means you can go in any direction you prefer.
This is true.
Thank you.
And what's happening is I'm seeing all these incredible opportunities
Yes.
synchronistically
Yes.
come to me.
Yes.
And then I think, oh, awesome, this is great, sounds like an adventure, I
Yes.
really want to do it.
And?
So I follow it, and then at the last moment, something changes, and
Good.
it falls through.
Good. Do you remember the entire formula or not? Here is what many of you constantly forget. Act on your highest excitement, taking it as far as you can until you can take it no further, with zero expectation or insistence as to what the outcome ought to be. That's the whole formula. So when it changes unexpectedly, surprise, good. Trust it, and you'll get the positive effect out of it it was designed to give you. Call it something having gone wrong, and you will only get a negative effect from the very same circumstance. You decide what meaning to put into these situations. They have no meaning on their own. There is no automatic built-in meaning other than what you agree to give it. Every situation is neutral, a neutral set of props. When you say, this is bad, this is wrong, this is an obstacle, this isn't supposed to be happening, this doesn't belong in my life, something else was supposed to happen, what's wrong with me? Why isn't this working? Negative, 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 negative. You can only get a negative effect from that. But if you say to the very same situation, not an obstacle, not an impediment, not something bad, not something wrong, an arrow pointing in an unexpected direction. My curiosity is on fire. Now you know something unexpected and exciting is about to happen because I did not get what I expected. Hooray. Because now life is exciting and you are allowing yourself, the physical mind, to work with the higher mind who can bring you things better than the physical mind was capable of imagining. Remember, the physical mind is not designed to know how something is actually going to happen. Only the higher mind knows what you really need. Despite what the physical mind might sometimes think it wants, the higher mind knows what you actually need. And even when the physical mind creates and generates a visualization that represents or symbolizes some ideal reality, or what you think is an ideal version of that reality, what to the physical mind may seem to be the ultimate, to the higher mind is just the beginning. It can give you something much greater, much more expanded than what the physical mind was capable of conjuring in its visualization center. So the idea is really use the visualization to create the scenario that excites you more than anything else. Hold on to the excited state and let the picture go. Surrender it to the higher mind, surrender it to Source, and let the higher mind, let Source actually show you what manifestation is actually representative of that state of excitement that you allowed the picture to generate within you. That's how you use visualization. You build up the energy and let the picture go so the real manifestation can occur that's reflective of that energy. Make sense?
Yes.
When you understand that mechanism, then every time you act on your excitement, you will have absolutely no expectation as to what's supposed to happen. You will just do what you do for the sake of doing it because it excites you, and have no insistence on how that's supposed to come to fruition. When you keep doing that and keep acting on those things and they don't go the way you expected, rejoice. That's telling you the higher mind is working for you because it's standing on the mountaintop. It can see where you're going. The physical mind is in the valley. It can't see that far ahead. Let the higher mind guide you by assuring you, just go down this path. Trust me, it may not be the one you think you need to go down, but I'm telling you, even though you think the one you want to go down is shorter, and even though this one I'm telling you to down may wind and twist around, in essence, that's actually the path of least resistance and thus actually the quicker path. Because going on what appears to be the shorter path, if it's not really aligned with you, will be full of resistance and full of obstacles because that's how you're defining it. And if you simply go what may appear to be the longer path, you might actually wind up where you need to be much more quickly because it's all synchronized to your vibration. And thus there's no impedance, there's no resistance, and you just flow along it, and there you are. That's how it works. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does this help you?
Yes.
Does it answer the question?
Yes.
But?
So I guess there's kind of like two things I'm trying to grapple with.
Oh, all right. Let's grapple.
And one of them would be, I guess, kind of like this metaphor of not missing the train.
Yeah.
But also, so I feel like as we're kind of getting closer to this nexus point of kind of like hopping from different, very a large range of frequencies and energies. And then it seems that...
Are you confusing different expressions of your excitement with actually different things? Sometimes we know many of you do that. You think, oh, I'm scattered. I'm this, and then doing this, and then doing this. When in fact, if you actually look at it from a higher point of view, there might simply be different expressions of one overall excitement. Mm-hmm. Is that what's happening?
Well, these different expressions seem to be opportunities.
Yes.
And it's like, hey, this is,
But opportunities to what? That's what we're saying. You don't know what they are actually opportunities to, even if you think you do. Even if it seems obvious as to what it might lead to, you actually don't really know for sure. And that's why don't insist on it, because you really don't know. Your higher mind will sometimes give you what might appear to be a carrot to move in a certain direction just to get you to move. It doesn't mean that the direction in which you're moving has to come to fruition. It just might be for the purpose of getting you to take any action at all in the direction of your excitement. And it has a completely different purpose for doing that.
Okay.
That's why we're saying don't insist on the outcome. So when you look at an opportunity, it's an opportunity to act on your excitement. It's not necessarily, though it can be, an opportunity to experience the outcome your physical mind thinks is connected. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. Does that help you?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it does.
All right. And? What else are you grappling with?
The idea of not having an expectation.
An
But
insistence, really.
An insistence, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Because, I guess, this linear 3D reality, it seems...
yes.
It's kind of a difficult thing to grasp, such as...
If you say so. But you see, it's only difficult because you say so. It's really not difficult empirically. It's only difficult because you've defined it as such. You must understand there is no such thing as physical reality except your definition of it. That's the only thing that's real, is your experience of it based on your definition of it, but there actually is no such thing on its own.
So, if following my highest excitement...
Acting on it, yes.
Acting on it
Yes.
to create...
No. You act on your highest excitement for its own sake. Whatever it is that excites you, you do it because that thing is exciting. Not because you think it's going to lead to something, create something, what have you. The idea is it will create something, it will lead somewhere. But the idea is to act on it for its own sake. It's the same idea as simply choosing to be happy because that's what you prefer, instead of waiting for a reason to be happy. Mm-hmm. You act on your excitement because this thing is exciting to you. And you understand that it might lead somewhere, but you don't have to really know what that actually means. You can pretend to know, but you can't insist that you know. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Why are we not convinced?
It makes sense in an internal level, right? In a spiritual level. But in the, let's say, I'm a musician and I'm going on tour.
All right.
And
that's an expression of your excitement, yes?
Playing music is.
Thank you. So if you act on every opportunity that contains excitement, whether it appears to be connected to music or not, the excitement in the opportunity is what tells you it is connected. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Therefore, if you simply keep acting on whatever opportunities contain the highest excitement at all times, with no insistence on where it's supposed to lead, what it's supposed to be connected to, how it's supposed to look, etc., you will know that no matter what it is, it must be connected to anything else that's an expression of your excitement, and will always amplify all those other expressions by simply taking you down an unexpected path to help expand whatever else is an expression of your excitement, again, whether it seems connected or not. If you are excited about music, but suddenly you look one day and you recognize that taking a walk on the beach is actually the most exciting thing you can imagine doing at that particular moment, or having lunch with a friend is more exciting than even the music at that particular moment, by acting on it, you will see synchronistically that something will eventually happen that will show itself, reveal itself to be connected to anything else that you're really excited about. Because while you're walking on the beach or while you're having lunch with a friend, how do you know you're not going to overhear somebody's conversation that will inspire a new piece of music? You don't know. Mm-hmm. But if you follow your excitement, you can be absolutely certain it will lead to something that will help expand all other forms and expressions of your excitement. You don't have to know how it's connected. You don't have to see the dots. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It does. Thank you.
Does this help?
This does, yeah.
Are you sure?
It does.
All right.
It does, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. One quick thing. Is there anything, I mean, a lot of things excite me, and I'm kind of looking for some direction. Is there any?
I just gave it to you.
All
I
good
just
excitement.
told you. A lot of things excite me. Listen again to the formula, all right?
Okay.
They might simply, first of all, be simply different expressions of the thing that excites you. Just as a person might say, well, now I'm excited about drawing. Well, now I'm excited about singing. Well, now I'm excited about writing. Are those not all forms of communication and expression creatively? That's your excitement. These are just different expressions of it. Do you understand the difference?
Yeah.
All right. So the idea, again, is that excitement is a self-generating, self-regulating, self-organizing principle. When you act on the thing that excites you the most, first, that you have the, listen, highest degree of ability to actually take action on. That's the key. Not everything will come with the same degree of ability to act on. And if it does, if it appears to have the same ability to be acted on, then it doesn't matter which one you do first, because if that's not the one you need to be doing, it will contain the elements that show you that you need to go in the other direction, because excitement is a self-organizing principle. And it will always, if you act on the thing that excites you the most to the best of your ability first, always arrange itself to show you in what order anything else that's representative of your excitement needs to be done. And whatever you don't have time to do that day doesn't need doing. Period. Excitement is the organizing principle. That's it. Let it be your guide as to what needs to be done by showing you what you have the ability to do. Yes?
Yes.
Does that help?
Yes, it does.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bashar.